Hello guys, you guys actually may know something different. We are using a sorry, my other thing, but we are using green screen today. As you can see, we do have an enhanced risk right here for northwestern Iowa, southeastern South Dakota, a little bit of northeastern um, Nebraska, and southwestern Minnesota is currently the time is currently 12:47 a.m. I figure I'd get a video out for you guys so that way people on Facebook can stop asking me what it's gonna be like. But yeah, as you guys can see, we have a three out of five right here, which I'll actually oops, sorry, yeah, but right about hold on, let me go over here and turn on my pen so you guys can see. Um, to display. I believe so. But if we go over here, we can see that hold up, you guys can't see it. Sorry, hold on, hold on. Boom. There, you guys can kind of see it, but I kind of circle it crappy. I'm sorry, but yeah. Let's go ahead and look at the tornado threat for the continuation of the night. We do have a 2% going through Iowa from northwestern Iowa to eastern Iowa, northeastern Iowa, right here. Um, this will continue overnight, and then the up here in the top part, up here in southern in South Dakota and North Dakota, that threat will diminish. But we're gonna have to watch tonight's threat with the tornado threat. We also do have a wind threat as well. If you actually go over there and look at the wind, here's your wind threat. We do have a 30 sig currently. That's for storms that are actually firing. Actually, you guys can see that one severe thunderstorm warning right here. That's the start of our storm for the night. I will. Obviously, I'm probably gonna end up sleeping through this because past couple nights, as you guys have known, past couple nights for me has been crazy because of storms, etc., damage, etc. I am actually working on getting that video edited right now. It'll probably be out, if I had to guess, sometime Sunday. I'm also putting other videos in there, such as last night's storms as well. Then here's tomorrow, and here's today's hail threat. We actually do have a 5% in this area right here. But if you actually go up towards South Dakota, North Dakota, we do have a 15 sig currently out, and that could technically do something. It really depends. As as you guys can see, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning up there right now, so we'll probably be seeing. Actually, I do want to see what that actually says. Oh, it's radar indicated for 1 inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds, but that one could definitely intensify. Actually, let's go ahead and take a look at our July 3rd outlook. I believe it. Yeah. No, the SPC outlook is coming. New SPC outlook is actually coming out in the next 9 minutes. So we're pretty much gonna be switching from day one this risk to this risk. In the next 9 minutes, we actually they do have a enhanced risk. Actually, go ahead and look at that. Hold on, I need to come over here so I can actually like see this. I feel like some things are messed up. I don't know why. Yeah, I just realized. I'm gonna fix that real quick for you guys. I have no idea what happened. Alright, there you guys. There you go, guys. Go. Well, we do have a 30 enhanced risk currently. This is actually, yeah, everything I'm doing, guys, is in testing, but enough rambling. We do have an enhanced risk for severe weather tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a look at our tornado threat for that now. I have not actually even looked at. I didn't even know they went enhanced for tomorrow. They have a 2% for tornadoes for Nebraska, Western Iowa, and a little bit of Southern South Dakota. Who knows? This could potentially upgrade to 5% non-sig, but yeah. If we go over to our wind threat, this is going to be our main threat for tomorrow. Another damaging wind threat. So if you're in Omaha and Sioux City, you guys will need to be ready. So yeah. But if you're in that 15 sig, you guys also want to watch out for at least 70 to 80 mile per hour winds. But if you're in the red, at least 80 to 100 mile per hour winds are expected. Now let's go over to our hail threat. I'm going to show you our hail threat. Here's our hail threat, 15 sig for tomorrow. It's going to depend with storms that get fired off the dry line, if there's any dry lines, alpha boundary, etc. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into our model runs now. Let's go ahead and start off with our first storm, which is actually forming up right now. We're gonna look at the 5Zs, I think. I'm not for sure if it's done rendering in yet. No, it's not, so we'll use the 4Z. We'll use 4Z. Kipper's doing his own video right now too. But actually, if we look right now, I'm gonna actually, I'll keep that up so you guys can see the time. But around 12 a.m. basically now, this is where our severe thunderstorm warnings are currently for this storm near Yankton, Nebraska. Actually, I think South Dakota, I'm not for sure. It's right there on the Nebraska and South Dakota border. But if we actually pull it out a little bit more, if you actually pull it out, oh, I'm gonna need a mouse pad over here or something so I can do this. This is around 2 a.m. Storms actually start to enter Iowa right there. And it actually looks to be more southern than expected, which that could bring us up here in the northwestern part of Iowa some relief. But we're still going to get rain, but it definitely will be a relief for us because we don't need any more damaged winds up here. Damage recovery still ongoing over there in Lake Park currently. Here in Harris, damage recovery has been finished, and we're just waiting on emergency management to come pick up all the down trees, etc., all the trees we chopped up and are ready to be transported away. But Lake Park, they are still ongoing with getting trees down. You guys can probably hear Cooper right there. I don't know. But around 4 p.m., we actually transitioned to a damaging wind threat right here. A damaging wind threat right here as it moves towards Des Moines, actually, looks like. And it actually does get a little bit concerning. KLCS tornadoes can be possible, and that, who knows, we might get a couple of tornado warnings throughout the night, so make sure to have a way to receive warnings. This is actually going to be maybe a longer video than expected, but this, like I said, this is still testing right here, so yeah. And then around 5 a.m., we actually get more storms forming back up here in this area right here. I don't know what they could do, so let's go ahead and see that. They really just die out, really. And then, but around 8 a.m., you definitely get that storm right here turns into convection, and it could do something. Now, actually, if we look over here, we do get another storm forming up here near Rapid City, and that is probably going to transition to tomorrow's threat near Sioux City. Now, about 10 a.m. There's 10 a.m. right here. It could potentially do something. Who knows? But if you're in Sioux Falls, definitely be ready. Start preparing now. If you guys are watching this from Sioux Falls, start preparing now. I'm not saying you guys have to, but it's good to get ahead of the game of these storms. Oh, I just pulled something up. I did not want it. Well, let me pull out. Alright, go about 1 p.m. Here's 1 p.m. Not really much is going on as expected, but right now, I don't know what time storms are going to form tomorrow. I've not looked whatsoever. I've only looked at today's because I've been really concerned with today in my area because we don't, like I said, we don't need any more of the wind. And then pretty much there's our first storm that actually forms right there near Grain Island. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow might be a tornado outbreak. It really depends, but yeah. And actually, I do want to show you guys. If you actually go over to Tropical Tidbits, guess what we have over there in the Western Pacific. I'm gonna close that weather-wise because I don't need it anymore. But let's look. Right now, we do have actually Tropical Storm Douglas that's actually out there in the Eastern Pacific, near between Hawaii and the U.S. It's actually a tropical storm right now, I believe. Yeah, it's still a tropical storm right now, but it's going to be turning into a back into a tropical depression. But if you actually look, Typhoon Baby, this thing is already starting to break records with rapid intensification for over there in the Western Pacific. As you guys can see, right, if you look at satellite right here, it has a well-defined eye currently, and it's actually, I think, expected to become a super typhoon, and that is, yeah, that is doom for islands out there. Actually, I think it's starting to become daylight over here, so we can actually look at satellite. I think it's already full on. I think it's noon where this thing is currently. Let me check. Yeah, see, this thing is definitely getting a lot of spin. Look how those towers actually wrapping around the eye. That is something we don't want to see, especially with the big typhoons. You kind of can see the ocean a little bit up there in the eye, but hopefully this thing doesn't really want to go nuclear, which is gonna do it because they are predicting it. Hurricane season for the Atlantic has not started out because of the Sahara dust that's actually moving through currently. So yeah. And let's go ahead and look at the track of Baby while we're at it. So here's a track of Super Typhoon Baby. I'll let you guys take a look at that. It's expected to get to 150 knots. Now that's 155 miles per hour, and that's definitely devastating. And that's pretty much too off from a Category 5 here, what we call a Category 5 here in the Atlantic. But anyways, guys, I think I finished everything up really. So yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you guys never miss a video or live stream. Let me know if you guys want me to do more green screens. I am more than happy to, but it's complicated, like I said. But yeah, anyways, guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.